guys, welcome back, and to continue on with after the Bane mission here, we have the Oblivion Bar mission, which will give us our very first artifact. Now, I have here my friend Shogun of the Storm, aka Raceland PC1. He's a very good friend of mine that I've been playing with for years on DC Wiki, and well, almost a year. It's been over a year for sure. And me and him are the reason why I have like 345 skill points on that tune. So we busted out Feats like crazy. Right now he is making a new tune on his PlayStation and working on Feats himself. So he knows the grind, he knows the struggle, and he is also feeling the pain of getting all of these feats over again. But in this, you'll see a few feats pop. None of these are controllable. These are just, you get them no matter what, and you will be getting an artifact in the end, which will go towards the feat. So let's continue on, and so you guys can see how this is all done. But, oh, by the way, Kirk here, the reason why he's going through making a new tune and getting all the feats over again, he ain't doing what I'm doing. His PC, he is a PC player, which his computer kind of went kapooey. So now on PlayStation, he's renewed his he's subscribed to DCUO on PS4 and has had to remake all his characters. Well, remake his character and get all the feats again. So he's got a ways to go before he gets a ton of skill points. Lucky for him, he has a lot of money, and money buys CR. So he's already like 188, 189. No, you're way higher than that. 197. So there you go, guys. But he does have a lot of feats he has to still get. It's not, yeah. Just to let y'all know, the skip to 170 gives you 77 skill points. So I think he was at about like, I think he went up to about 34. So you went up to like 90 something skill points afterward, 80 something, 84.
Yeah, it was around 80 something. Yeah.
I think it was like 84, 85. So.
Because I think a lot of the ones that I got were like the ones that I already had, you know.
Yep. And then I did all the duo feats with you, and you made it to like 96 or 97.
So I think it was 94. I managed to make 3 skill points since then, so I've been kind of slacking a little bit. I'm trying to get to max CR so I can run with you guys. But don't do it like that, kids, because skill points is where it's at, to a certain point.
Yeah. That's why our goal here on this channel is to make sure we get 250 skill points. That is the goal. Everybody that watches these videos, their goal is to at least make it to 250 skill points. So when we make it to 250, we will consider the goal achieved and then continue making videos to get to 300. So
you gotta have a little icing on top, right?
Exactly. But as we all know, 267 is the exact amount of skill. Well, 267 minimum is the number that you need to get in order to get max damage. If you want to be the best DPS in your class, you have to have, freaking 267 skill points. So, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. 267, here we come. I didn't ever add on to the fact that you actually had to put a skill point into focus superpowered. So if you have a different weapon other than the one that you start off with, like if you picked Hand Blast as the very first weapon you start off with, if you don't have it, then it's technically 268.
Yeah, of course. I was gonna say that earlier, but I decided to I'll say that.
Yeah. And if you want weapon attacks, then you gotta add more to that 268. So
I think it's worth it to get at least one weapon combo. I mean, if you got the skill points for it.
yeah. So I would say about 280 is the perfect number for DPS.
I agree. Oh, what should I get to eat today? I know it's nothing to do with the video, but I'm so hungry.
You're good. I'm sure they don't mind. I'm sure somebody's sitting here watching this saying, taco sounds great right now.
Tacos always sound good, man.
They do, don't they?
Yeah, stop it. I'm hungry.
Can you really blame me?
No, not really. I slept all night and now I'm yawning. What the heck? Man, you should have talked to freaking, what was it, Gary, one of our good friends, if you're listening on the channel. Yeah, he was, we were on late last night and he was talking about, or no, I was talking about stuff, but I was falling asleep as usual. And, man, I think I said some weird stuff, man. You know, because I was like in that halfway in between state, you know?
Yes.
Where you're halfway awake and half asleep, and I started talking about just like, I don't even know what I was talking about. You have to talk to Gary, but it would be very interesting for me to hear what I was talking about when I'm in that halfway zone. I don't know. Or obviously more impressed by a photograph if we're in it, right?
Yep.
Anybody shows me a bunch of pictures, I always like, you got a 3-minute timer starting now. That's about as long as I can pretend that I'm interested in looking at these pictures.
I'm finally getting critical damage. I finally unlocked skill points enough to where I can put it into other stats. So I'm in level 20 and I have 20 skill points. I forgot. So I've legit leveled for every level. I've made a skill point. Ain't that how it's supposed to be?
Yeah, that was the old school metric. Was basically you wanted to keep your skill point level somewhere consistent with your actual CR level.
Yep.
I remember my old league was very intense. We shall use the word intense about it. I believe my league leaders put it in these words. If you let your skill points get below your CR, I will kick you out of this league. And he was not kidding.
Well, I'm not leaving empty-handed, so let's grab it and get out of here before we draw the eye of dark side.
Well, the only reason why I have 20 skill points for 20 levels is the fact that I went back, did all my side missions for like level 4, level 8, I did all the missions for level 8, I did all 3 of the freaking mentor missions. Hive Base, freaking Bane, and Raven. And I mean, I was leveling up fast, so I've just now caught up to my level with the skill points.
Yeah, for many years I did the same thing.
Now the good news, everybody, is there are no feats other than in this room right here for running this, because you only get to run this once, and they didn't want to make any feats that were absolutely impossible to get on your very first run. So they just made it to where literally there's only one feat you can get in this room, and you'll eventually, yeah, you just gotta check out all these boxes and you'll eventually get it this way. So you don't know when you're gonna get it, you just get it randomly.
Hashtag stop watching videos and just buy your account.
I hope you grabbed two.
There it is. Mantling of Barbatos, 50-point feat, flawless int metal.
Gosh.
Worth 1,000 XP.
See,
I've never gotten another flawless int metal other than this one. Ever.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, which one is that one?
That's like the giant gold shiny rock.
Oh. You're right, I don't think I've ever got it.
Yeah, after this, it's like you never get it.
Points. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
We have here.
Almost broke the 100. I remember when you got 100 skill points, you were
The same silvery stuff
really
will break your
awesome.
hand if you try to hunt old Captain Atom on major force in the middle.
a long time ago.
This might be
Galaxy far, far away.
I'm sorry.
Man, that thing hits like a ton of bricks. That mental combo. But man, it is very difficult to land. But when it lands, whew.
Time to talk to John.
Collected every last artifact from my list. Just take these and go.
I've known a lot of Johns in my life. Isn't that weird? I mean, I know it's a really common name and it's a biblical name, but I mean, there was an abnormal amount of Johns that I knew in my life.
That's interesting. Alright, so just to go over this, you'll have three choices here, and obviously I'm gonna go with the one that helps me with damage for my superpowers, but pay attention to this stuff because it is important for you all. There's another one here that also helps with damage for your weapons, and will help you do more damage with your weapons, and also gives you basically, if you want to do weapon damage, you want to pick this one. If you want to be a controller, tank, or healer, the one down here is right for you. And if you really want to do a bunch of damage with your superpowers, go with the one that gives you a buff on that. So, obviously, I'm going to go with the Tetrahedron of Erdgrund. And that is another feat for y'all. Bada bing, bada boom, biggest man in the room. How you doing? Alrighty. Now before we leave here, don't forget to equip your artifacts from your inventory into the slot, and then go over to the artifacts in the inventory, press R1 until you get there, and throw in some into metal here. And fortify.
It needs the proper motivation.
Aha. Alright, time to go to the watchtower. Now, of course, there is another feat for getting it to level 20, which you will once you talk to John and he gives you the stuff you need in order to get it up there. So, it'll teleport you right next to John here. He gives you marks of victory and the 2 electrum you need to break through. And then you go over to artifacts and hit breakthrough. Congratulations, you just made it to level 20 with your artifact. Good job, everybody. And speak to John one more time.
That they want to grow in power. They yearn for it. And they're always hungry. If you feed them the right things, it will make them stronger. The best fuel for these little beasties are things like sunstones from Krypton and ingots of nth metal from
Alright, now for the final part of this video, I'm going to show you guys where the best place to get your stuff is. Not only that, but we're going to be going to my base. So, don't forget to equip your vault ticket from your inventory and hit circle. Bada bing, bada boom. We are in the vault. Now I have a certain way of doing this, obviously, so I won't bore y'all with the details. Just break open the boxes. One box will have int metal in it. If y'all are familiar with artifacts and int metal, you'll know which box has it in it because it's the same box every single time. And you're looking at it. It's always the one next to the tongue. Leveled up. Railguns, yeah. And look at all that int metal. Another skill point.
Nice.
I'm telling you, man. It's ridiculous. Alright. So let's see what I got here. I got some pretty good int metal here. So let's go ahead. Yeah, level 27. Now, if you want your special ability from your artifact, you're gonna have to get it to level 80. So continue to equip int metal in it, and when you reach the maximum rank, make sure to be running your the things you need to run in order to get it every week, once a week, because you can only get catalysts once a week. For me, I need the ones from League of Assassins Stronghold and Brainiac Subconstruct. So when I do eventually get to the CR, I can run those. I will be running those for my catalysts, so that I can get it from 20 to 40. But I have one more vault ticket. Time to use it, so I can get my deed and be done with these missions. So what are you up to, Kirk?
Skill point wise?
Oh, I just meant, what are you doing, basically?
Not much. I'm just kind of enjoying my day off. I'm just glad to not be at work. They just recently told us that our inspection is going to be on the 12th. So, it's going to be crunch time, worse than normal. So, I'm just kind of enjoying my day off, playing a little DCUO, blowing off some steam. That's what's going on in my life.
Absolutely.
Did I mention I'm hungry?
Yeah, you did.
I'm sure I did.
Alrighty, and equip those, bada bing, bada boom.
In fact, I'm so hungry that I'm going to probably take a car ride down to get some food.
That sounds like a great plan.
It is, because it beats the heck out of walking there. I'll tell you that. Anyway, I will be back shortly. Enjoying making your videos.
I will. See you when you get back.
Alright.
Alrighty then. There you guys go. As you guys just seen, we have completed our necessary evils, basically, and we finished our vault ambush mission. So now it's time to get our base. Woo! Ain't this exciting? We finally can get our bases. So now we have our lair themes, homestead. Yes, we have a deed. Now, if this is important, I know nobody ever says this in their videos, but I am telling you that the location is important. The location you pick could be right outside of a bunch of ads. It could be right next to a police station. It could be next to an area in which you want to be closer to in order to access certain missions. Like some missions are in open world, including places like, including missions like With a Vengeance, A Black Dawn, Wayward Souls, and missions like that. These are all DLC missions, but they're still important. So, if you have a teleporter, if you have one, use the teleporter to and be able to go anywhere. So if you have a teleporter, it doesn't matter where your base is, but you have to have the teleporter mods. The mods that I'm talking about are these. They're white looking mods that you install into your generator at the base. The ones you need are Gotham and Metropolis, Urgent Warfronts, bases, and league halls. If you have these 3 mods, then it doesn't matter where you put your base at. It is completely fine no matter where you have it at. I personally have never had a base here, so I'm going to choose this location. So, let us go there now. There are also things in the marketplace and from certain collections that will give you amenities such as a broker, a broker thing in your base. You can have the broker in there, the mailbox, the bank, teleporters, the R&D machines and R&D vendors, and sparring targets to test out your abilities, plus respec stations. There's lots of them. You can check them out in the marketplace and choose which ones you might be interested in. You also can use loyalty points to buy these as well, and they will be only for that one character if you buy them as loyalties. If you buy them from the marketplace, you can get them from all of your characters. I myself have that because I purchased them on the marketplace, so I placed them. Now there used to be a maximum number you could have for your base, but now there isn't. You can have as many as the purple slots that you have. So there's about 10, no, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? It's 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, it's 10. I apologize. 10 slots for these. That includes the broker bot, the mail bot, the bank bot, the teleporter, and all these other things. Sparring target, respec station, R&D station. Everything you can think of. So, when you have the money or when you have the time, go out, get those collections, and get your rewards. Like I said, the only way you can get them on every character is if you only want to have to do it one time and get on every character, you must buy them from the marketplace. It's the only way you can get them permanently. So, and as you can see, here's my stuff. I'm gonna put those in my shared bank with all my other characters. And there we go. So, now that I have my white mods and I have my base, it is time to show you guys this. This is your battery level. In order to use specific things in your base, you have to install these, and you have to have money to do it. $12.50 for that one, $1,500 for that one, $17.50 for that one. If you are not legendary, and you are free to play, if you are free to play, you cannot use that. You actually will not have access to any of this if you are free to play. If you are premium, then you will only have access to your amenities in this area. your teleporter, your base item, stuff like this here, but you will not have access to this. This is your mainframe. In order to have access to this, you must have legendary. All of these are extremely important for your roles. Tactical mods help both DPS and your support role. Supply drops are important for all roles as well. Orbital strikes are a great source of damage and stun. And backups are a great source of basically tanks. If you need a tank in the room, backups are great for that, but they only last so much time. Sidekicks are very important for support roles because they provide shields, give you power, health, and also a source of aggro, so they are also a solo tank thing. So that's that about does it here for this video, guys. I'm sorry to drag this on a little bit, but I want to make sure that you all saw all this. You guys got the artifact stuff done. You got your feats for it, and you could also see bases and how they work and stuff like this. Like I said, these you will have to either get in the marketplace or get them from the collections, which I will show you guys how to get those on a later date. The collections for these items do not go towards the 50-point feat for the collections in the game. I will tell you that now. They do not go with the collections that are in the game. So, that's it for this one, guys. I'll see you guys in just a little bit, and next up we will be showing you guys the video on Laugh Riot, which means we are going to be going to Amusement Mile to verse Harley Quinn. See y'all in a little bit.